So good to be here, Andy. How are you today?
It's so good to be back here again.
Come on, episode 2, man. I'm pumped.
Yeah, I'm pumped as well.
It's going to be
Well,
real good. So,
yeah.
what are we talking about today, Andy? What's the topic of today and how did it come about?
So there are a few things that kind of annoys me, but I still do it like every year as well. The thing is decluttering. Like
Decluttering.
every year after the New Year's resolution post, you say that, oh, I'm giving away my clothes. I'm doing this. I'm going to go through a cleanse. I'm going to like
Mm.
fix my schedule again. I'm going to reschedule everything. I'm going to just clean up everything typically. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of that. Like, I'm a big fan of the book Minimalist, which talks about getting the things that you need rather than things that you want. But I just find that it's a very interesting and controversial topic on how do you declutter stuff
Okay.
and all that. Like for instance, like I give away a lot of clothes. I think I give away some of
That's
them
right.
to
You
you as
did
well.
give me some clothes. You gave me
Yeah,
a tuxedo. Isn't that your wedding suit that you gave me?
yeah, I give you my wedding suit, man.
Gave me your wedding suit, few jackets. Oh, man. I feel like I shouldn't be touching that wedding suit.
Well, I only wore it once, so twice actually, one for the wedding shoot and one for the actual
You
day.
know, I'm very grateful for you decluttering your clothes, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate the clothes that you gave
Yeah,
me.
so positive points for decluttering, but at the same time, I have my wife nagging on me. It's like you bought that clothes and you wear it like 2 times, and you want to give it away. It's like if it doesn't fit me in this season or my size anymore, why would I want to?
Because you've outgrown your clothes, right?
Oh, totally,
You
man.
put on way too much muscle.
Yeah, shout out to Limbo Gyms for
Limbo
that.
Jim, another shout out. Matty Bruno, if you're tuning in, we love you, mate.
Yeah, we're gonna get you on sometime.
Oh, you know what? He'd be great
Yeah.
on the show. I think he'd be fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 tips on how to get shredded.
How to Get Shredded featuring Matthew Bernoli.
Yay, that would be nice, man.
So the topic today is decluttering.
Yeah, decluttering.
And what aspects of that does that branch out into? Is it just your home life? What other areas will it branch out into, you reckon?
Well, personally, I feel that there's so many aspects in decluttering. One of my favorite one is decluttering my house wardrobe, especially. Every year, I'll just go through clothes that I don't wear anymore.
Yeah, you know what? And as well, I think it branches out into many other aspects as well, not just in the household. I guess people do their declutters of the wardrobes, but people declutter their mindsets at the start
Oh
of the year,
yeah,
I think, as
definitely.
well.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of things that we process in our minds, declutter calendars. It's a big topic, isn't it?
Oh, it is, man. Like if we want to like, just go into every single topic, I think that we'll run out of time definitely, man.
Oh, big time, big time. So let's go into the first one that
Yeah,
you started
how
with.
about this? Before we start, I want to
Yes.
know your thoughts about decluttering.
My thoughts on
Yeah.
decluttering. Okay, good question. My thoughts on decluttering, like you said, you like the book. What is it? The Minimalist?
Yeah, minimalist.
Okay, yeah. For me, I feel like I'm a person who is a minimalist in terms of like how if you go to my house, man, like I had Kayla and Elijah over and they were laughing at my office because all I had in my office was a table and a few books, nothing else. There's nothing in there. So my kitchen is very bare. It's very minimalistic. I love that kind of thing. So for me,
That's not minimalist, man. That's just sad.
that's just sad. It's sad because I haven't gone to IKEA. Honestly, you look at my office, it is a sad sight. I have a table, I have my books on the side there, and I've got a pot plant and a candle, and that's it.
Well, at least you got a pot plant.
Yes.
There's something applaudable.
Yes,
Like,
that's
is
right.
it a real plant or
It's
is
a
it
real
fake
thing.
plant? Okay,
I'm all
that's
about the real
okay.
deal.
That's good, man. I
That's
just
right.
can't stand people, buying like fake pot plants and put it in there. It's like, hey, I have a pot plant
Yeah.
inside my office. It's like, no, that's just a fake
I
ornament.
feel like you have to get the real deal thing, because it's reflecting life. I like the real things rather than the plastic stuff. It's like, I get the plastic stuff though. Like if it's in a dark corner, you can't make anything live there. It's fine. But decluttering, I'm all about it. I actually enjoy decluttering. I actually enjoy that time of the year where I need to clear up my head and clear up my space, and it's almost making way for the new. So for me, decluttering, it comes naturally to me, I think. What about you?
if you would look at the closet which is behind, for those of you guys that are listening, like I have a huge like storage like closet just right behind.
Full of boxes,
Yeah. So if you drag it
little
behind, you will
items.
see all the boxes that's just lying on the shelf. Now that's pretty much all my gearboxes, which is of useless. Like it's no use
Are
of.
they just empty boxes, are they?
Yeah, they're just empty boxes, man. I
But you like holding on to them.
For some reason I have this mindset that I might want to sell my gear someday, and people might want boxes in it, but having like too much
It takes up a
space
lot of
taken.
space, yeah, if you
Yeah.
have the boxes. So would you say it's more sentimental value that you keep it onto the boxes, or it's more practical value that you keep holding onto it?
That's a very good question, man.
Because I think decluttering ties in with the sentimental value. I think some people struggle with decluttering because of sentimental value.
Oh, that's right, man. So before we went on this topic, I actually gave Gillian some video to watch.
Yes, it gave me some homework.
Yeah, gave you some homework.
That's
Yeah,
right.
because you
So
know what?
very interesting.
Yeah, you know what? The guy doesn't watch TV, which is a very weird thing in
Hardly ever.
2021.
Hardly
I
ever.
just feel sad for him, man. Like he say he live a minimal life. I'm not sure whether is that what you call a minimal life. I mean, just a sad life, bro.
I had Josh and Belcia over last night for dinner last night, and Belcia goes, "Oh, what do you do with your spare time, Gills? You watch a lot of TV?" I'm like, "I don't watch any TV. All I do, right, is in my spare time, I work out, I stay fit, I meal prep, I watch NBA. That's what I do, and I've
Hey,
started to
that's
read
TV, man.
books."
That's still TV, though.
But you know what? I do enjoy a good movie. If a perfect night for me is dinner and watching a DVD, not a DVD anymore, but watching some kind of movie, that's perfect night
Man,
for
you
me.
gotta get on Netflix sometimes,
Netflix. I don't even have a Netflix account.
man. Jeez, it's all right. I'll give you one of my
See,
account, man.
minimalistic.
I'll share you
I'm
one
a
of
very
my
basic
accounts,
man.
man.
Please, you be the real MVP.
TV is good if you spend the right amount of time with it. No one asks you to binge like 8 hours a day
Mm,
and just sit there and do nothing and watch TV, except for, my wife.
yeah,
Yeah, because
but she works in it though,
yeah, she
so
works for
she'll spend
Netflix.
all day
So yeah,
watching
yeah,
Netflix.
it's
Big.
justifiable if she does that. But other than that, I don't think that anyone should do that anyways.
For
So
for our listeners, why don't you tell the listeners what does your wife Addie do?
all right, yeah. So Addie has a very interesting job. But she's smirking on the side as yeah, she's our producer.
Our
Yeah, she's our
producer, yes.
producer for the podcast series. Well, shout out to her for giving like us
All the honor.
yeah, all the crazy ideas and stuff. So yeah, so Addie works in Netflix, well, like part of Netflix, as a audio visual translator. So basically, the subtitling that you see down below, some of the shows is done by her. She translates from English to Mandarin. So if you're watching the show and reading like Mandarin subtitles and all that, you probably bump into some of her
That's
work.
Addie. That's Addie's work.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to people that watch Netflix because like you are the ones that is giving us jobs, man.
Employing Addie.
Yeah, yeah. Keeping our paycheck afloat. Yeah.
And keeping our podcast afloat as well.
Definitely, man.
So back to decluttering,
Yeah, back
and
yeah.
Andy. So what are your thoughts? Is it something that you struggle with? And when it comes to that time when you need to declutter your declutter your house, let's start off with the house. You talked about decluttering wardrobe. Is that a hard thing for you to do?
So backstory, before I moved here, I used to have a massive walk-in wardrobe that has like over hundreds of like shirt and then t-shirts, everything
Wow,
add together.
massive.
And I have a huge collection of like leather shoes, sneakers, and stuff. So I used to collect all this stuff, and I think at some point I realized that what, all this kind of thing doesn't spark joy. See what I did there?
Spark joy. And then going back to the homework that you made me do, right? It was watching this TV show of this Japanese girl that
Marie
goes
Kondo.
Marie Kondo, is that what it
Yes,
said?
Marie Kondo.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
an interesting watch. She has
Yeah.
some interesting principles and just the mentality about decluttering. It was quite entertaining watching her, how she declutters people's houses.
Yeah.
She's got some interesting thoughts. So
Would you go with it though?
would I go with it? How I approach it is different. She has like, sayings like, if this doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it. She'll go into the house and almost like have this moment where she's like bowing down and just saying thank you.
Connecting to the house.
Yes,
like
that's
speaking
right.
to the house. That's a
So
bit creepy, I guess.
it's very French sway kind of thing, how I was watching it. So for me, I'm like, I agree with the principles of decluttering. The thought process behind it, I'm probably not on the same wavelength. What are your thoughts on that? On Marie Kondo, right?
One of the reasons why I started decluttering is mainly because I watched like a few episodes of that as well.
Great.
So I do agree on some of the things that she said, but I just feel it's way on creepy when you start like being touchy and feely with the house and all that.
Yeah.
It just pretty much because I'm not that like touchy feely kind of person.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, giving away clothes, it's a bit hard for me because I always say, oh, what if I need this? What if I need that? But truth be told, man, like if you say you want to wear something and you realize that you hardly wear it and all that, and but you say, oh, just in case I need it someday, probably you don't need it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So I did a hard move because I was like quitting corporate job
Yep.
that time. So I literally decided to give away all my button shirts and my suit away to like a charity organization, something like Salvos and all that back in Malaysia. So I just gave everything away. I think I gave away like almost 85% of my wardrobe.
That's massive.
Yeah,
That's a
and
big clean.
I gave away everything. Then I start like purchasing like Uniqlo t-shirts, um, minimalist style.
So
Like
would you say it's almost like walking into a new season? You're like clearing out the old
oh
so
yeah,
that you can walk into something brand new.
yeah. So I believe that there's an inside joke that is going around like my circle of friends even right now. Is like, Andrew, you wear black all the time.
Yes, that is the walking joke, right? It's like every time I see you, man, it's like, oh, how about some color?
Yeah.
First time I see you wearing a shirt, I was like, wow, this is incredible. I think it was a
Hey
blue
man, you
shirt.
guys peer pressure me into like getting colorful shirts, man. It's like it's summer, man. You gotta wear bright colors. I'm like,
Come on, man.
can I just be dark and
Yeah,
gloomy a whole year long?
go on, add some vibrancy to your life.
So my thing is, I only have like uh two pairs of black jeans, one pair of blue, just in case I need some color. And then I have four sets of black t-shirt
Four.
and yeah, four sets of white t-shirt.
Wow, very minimalistic,
Yeah, and very monochromatic. Like,
monochromatic.
yes,
Yeah.
that's just the color that I want and I like. So I kind of like shifted my life that way, and that kind of helped me through because every time I want to do like a spring cleaning or declutter, I would just think back that okay, I don't have anything to clear on my wardrobe.
So there was a time where it was just easy for you. But
Yeah.
would you say before that, you held on to a lot of clothes
Oh,
and then
yeah,
there was a
decluttering
moment where
wasn't in
just
my dictionary before that. I was like, I want more, I want more. I want to show, I want to flex, those like social media flex that I don't know what to wear. I've been through that stage, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not afraid to
Cheeky
admit that. Yeah,
flex.
yeah,
Yeah.
cheeky
Were
flex
you
on
a
social
shoe
media.
collector?
Oh yeah.
Oh, big time. Yeah. Because I look around now, you don't have a lot of shoes in storage
Yeah, I
right
still
now.
have 8 pairs of shoes.
Eight pairs. That's not bad.
Yeah,
Oh.
see that? There's like 2 pair here, 3 pair, and then like
That's
there's
not bad compared to some people who have hundreds of shoes.
oh yeah, I've know a friend around here that has like a massive collection of shoes. I
Yes.
mean, no wrong with it, but it's just if you give me the money, I would spend it on camera right
Well,
now, man.
the collectible shoes are very expensive nowadays. A pair of Jordans like will cost you $500 or something. Then you can resell them and all that. My brother bought a pair of Jordans the other day, and it was something ridiculously priced. And I was like, wow, I'd be scared to wear those shoes. If I wear them, I'd feel guilty
So
wearing
does
those
he
shoes.
wear him?
The ones that he bought, he hasn't worn them yet, but he has some other ones that he busts out on special
So are you
occasions.
saying that you're gonna buy $700
That I wouldn't.
price of a shoes and you don't wear it just for keepsake?
For me, I would only wear it when I know the elements are right. It's not raining. No one's gonna step on. You know what I mean? Like I feel uncomfortable like wearing shoes for like that amount of money. That's why I'm just at home with my Birks. Birks are pretty expensive, and my
Yeah,
Converses.
Birks are still expensive.
They're very expensive.
Converse is classic.
It's a classic,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
You
you don't feel
can't
bad if
go
they get
wrong with
scuffed
it.
up. So,
But
so would you say the majority of people, it's hard to declutter?
yeah, I guess so. What about you? Like, what about your wardrobe? I know that
Me,
you
yeah,
always wear this classic, like, so what he's wearing now is a Harley Davidson like
Harley
t-shirt.
Davidson. That's right.
Yeah, then he has another one with a dog.
A
What's
dog?
what was that?
I've got another one that says Night Stalker.
Uh,
I got that from Cotton On. That's a very comfortable shirt.
yeah.
I guess with me, my wardrobe, right? I need to declutter my wardrobe, and I'm saying that now. I have heaps of clothes in my wardrobe, but the thing is, I only resort to wearing a handful of them. So, but the thing is with me, like everything past that is pretty organized, pretty clean. But my wardrobe, I've got on hangers just numerous shirts, some pants that I very rarely wear. So I'm due for a declutter, but the thing is I haven't gone about getting rid of it because my mentality is saying maybe I might need it one day.
Ah, see, that's the mentality. That's the sentiment there, man.
Is that sentiment or is
Um,
that practical?
mm,
Sentiment or practical? I feel like there's a bit
I
of a
I think
divide in
like
that.
there's a very gray line with it.
See,
Yeah.
for me though, it's not like I have a t-shirt that I'm like, I have this t-shirt because it reminds me of year 12.
dude. Like
Uh,
the the
I don't
the
care
the
about that.
episode that we saw, man, the guy was tearing up,
He
like,
was. It was very emotional
bro.
with that. He had a jacket that he was holding on to because it connected him to what his parents went through. So there was that sentimental value. For me, it's not so much the sentimental value. It's more that I'd rather have it than be in a position where I don't have it. You know what I mean? Like
So
I
are you
feel like
gonna?
I'm an over
So are
preparer.
you saying that you don't have any piece of clothing that has any sentiment value right now?
There is some, but my wardrobe is not dictated by that. I don't hold on to those things. There's probably one item that I'd probably say I have sentimental value, and that's my year 12 shirt that I had with all my mates that signed, like
Oh,
all
okay.
the best and things. That's probably the only piece of clothing that I have that has sentimental
I
value.
recommend you to frame it up instead of just leaving
I
there.
should, I should,
Yeah,
I should frame it because I've just left it hanging
yeah.
up.
If you're not gonna wear it and you want to keep it, just hang it on the
That's
wall,
right.
man. Yeah.
My mom still has my year 12 blazer.
Wow.
The black, but that has sentimental value to my mom. Like
So year 12, is it the one with the spiky hair?
that's the one. That's the one. I think you should post it sometime. Maybe put a photo. In
Yeah.
year 12, I had this mop top kind of hairstyle, which was like, it was in at the time, but my little sister, we talked about it last podcast. My little sister posted it for my birthday. It was very embarrassing.
Yeah, probably I'll post it in our like vlog notes, not podcast notes after on the main website. So put the links down below. Go and check it out. His
Oh,
year 12 look. It's
my
just
goodness.
it's just
Have a good laugh. Have a good laugh. It is a good laugh.
no words can express how funny it is, man.
But back to the point of the shoes, Andy, right? I reckon I've got more shoes than you in my wardrobe right now, but I'll probably only wear 3 or 4 pairs of
See,
shoes.
that's the funny thing. Like from your perspective, like you
Yeah,
say that you're such a minimalist,
yeah,
and then you have this wardrobe issue. But in all our eyes, right,
yeah,
we feel like you're really a thrifty guy. Like you
yeah.
don't spend and you always wear those same like t-shirt that's worn out like
You
forever.
wear the same ones
It's
all
like
the
is
over and over.
Gilly poor or
Yeah.
something like that. Like, do we need to like start collecting funds for him to
My,
get like
I
new
guess
clothes?
I guess my mentality is that if I like something, I'm always gonna go to it. So it's like, you have your favorite restaurant. What I will go most of the time and get the same thing that I really enjoyed from there because it's consistency.
Oh yeah, I do that as well. Like
Yes.
Coffee Institute,
Yes.
fried chicken
Oh,
tortillas.
fried chicken, which we were there just before, and I
Yeah.
had this salmon and cottage cheese. Addie gave it to me. It was incredible. Thank you to our producer for feeding me as well. Big, big thank you.
Yeah, he definitely has some financial issues that we need to talk about in the future series, man.
But I guess for me, the thing is, I should just get rid of it because I like seeing empty space for some reason. But the thing is, my cabinet has got like heaps of hangers there. It's full. But I know when I get rid of it, it's going to be helpful. But for me, it's more from the practical side of things. Like with you and your boxes that say, I might need this box one day because I'm going to sell it. Might as well hang on to it. So for me, it's like I might run out of all my clothes because of my washing machine might break one day. I need a backup of clothes.
Wait, if your washing machine breaks, just use your hand, man.
Just use your hands.
I,
I
I don't know like how Australian does things and all that,
yeah,
but when we grow up, we wash our clothes with our own bare
yeah.
hands.
I'd wash my clothes with my bare hands. But the thing is, just in case, I'm just thinking, because I'm an over preparer, I think, like if I'm going away, like for 3 nights, I went away for 2 nights to Henley Beach with a group of friends. I brought a whole suitcase. I brought like I legit like ones that you go traveling that you go for like a month trip. Just because I'd
Dude.
rather have it than be in a situation where like, oh man, I wish I brought this. I'm an over preparer. So that's why my cabinet is full. But I have other areas of my life where it's not full, you know what I mean? Like it's very minimal. My
Such a
office
huge
space,
contrast, man.
it's so different. But I guess there's that practical and also sentimental kind of thing. So would you say I'm a practical hoarder? Could you classify it as that?
Well, if you're a hoarder, you're a hoarder, man. There's no practical or not, man.
I'm definitely
You
not a
just
hoarder.
keep stuff,
Yeah.
okay? Uh, well, if you ask me, I think I'm a hoarder,
Mm,
although I call myself a minimalist.
yes.
But when it comes to like tech stuff and gear stuff, I pretty much just try to organize everything in a very
Yes.
category kind of way.
Everything is very organized in this space here.
Yeah, yeah, but it's still like hoarding. Like if you just open up like just nooks and crannies and say, okay, do you need this at this season? It's like, nah, probably not, man. Like the ammo box right
Yes,
behind Eddie right now.
which is very cool. Looks great.
Yeah, bought it off for someone for like $20 just for product photography. Well, use it like few times.
So, dang good advice in decluttering your wardrobe. I feel like that's the first topic that we talked about.
All right. So one of the best tips that I can give, right, is what you do is if you're hanging your clothes, just hang it like invertly and like throughout like the whole like give it a span of like 1 or 2 months. Then you realize that what kind of clothes you wear and what kind of clothes you hardly wear. And that way you will know that okay, if I haven't wore this like clothing for the past 2 months and it's time for me to check it out. But of course, like you need to take into note that, winter and summer, like for if I'm in Malaysia, like whole year long, it's like summer. So I would know that in 2 months I don't wear that means I'm probably not gonna wear it for the next few months.
So, you give it a timeline 2 months. 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
tried giving it like more time, but it just stacks up, man. Along the way, like why am I running out of hangers? Then why is the closet like getting smaller? So I kind of just tell myself that okay, right now I'm just gonna have like a maximum piece of wardrobe up there. Yeah. And that goes to my second like advice as well. Like have a limit of how many wardrobe pieces you have. Like for t-shirts,
Right.
I have like 8 pieces. So if the washer runs down or breaks down or whatsoever, I can still wash it because it's t-shirt. It dries up easily. And 8 clothes. So you can last for a week without washing.
Okay.
Yeah, if you are thrifty about it and all that, if and you don't smell or you don't think you can share
Yeah.
wear a clothes for two
Do
days,
the
man.
double up. Do the double up.
Yeah, do the
Inside
double up.
out. Do the double up with your t-shirts. Inside out.
Yeah,
Upside down.
yeah, then spray some deodorant
Spray
on
some
it or
deodorant.
whatsoever. Yeah, then you can last for like 2 weeks, I guess.
Hey.
Yeah, so
Well, that's some dang good advice, Andy.
yeah.
Some dang good advice. Come on,
Thank you,
come
thank
on,
you,
come
thank
on,
you.
come on. My advice for decluttering your wardrobe is for me, right? Probably do it as you go. And I'm preaching to myself right now. So don't wait for 4 years to do a declutter. Probably schedule it in maybe once a year. At the end of the year, ask yourself, have I worn this or not?
You're
If
just
not,
giving yourself an excuse to not do it until end of the year again.
well,
Come
I'm
on,
I'm
man.
convincing myself that I need to go home and declutter my wardrobe.
Right now.
Right now, I'll probably do it this week. I'm on holidays right now, so I'll probably go
All
and
right, man. I'm
declutter it.
gonna keep you in check, man.
Please do, please
Yeah,
do.
so everyone, like, if you're following Gills on Instagram, just spam him and have you like
Have you
decluttered?
decluttered?
Have
Have
you
you decluttered?
decluttered, man?
And you know what? If you hit me up, I'll send you a photo of what my cabinet looks like now, my wardrobe looks like now. So I think probably schedule it in. Probably you suggested every 2 months. I'm like, whoa, that's pretty full on, man. I reckon for me, maybe at once a year, schedule it in and ask yourself, do I wear this? Is this 2 years season ago? Is this fashionable now? And then have the conversation with yourself. I'm not gonna wear it. And then I reckon donate the clothes. I reckon that's
Oh
a
yeah,
piece of advice.
totally, man. Like I donate my clothes if I don't
Donate the
wear it. Like
clothes.
I donate it to Gills.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think number one preference to donating is give it to friends if they want it.
Yep.
If not, give it to the salvos. Way better than just throwing it out because somewhere in the salvos they'll pick it up.
I would
So
say like never throw clothes away. It's I know it's a very environmental, like we
yeah,
drove into environmental topic, but
yeah,
yeah, there's so many wastage in like clothing and
big
all
time.
that, like every single year. Like I think like I don't know, I read an article like more than over like hundreds of tons of like clothes. It's being wasted because like everyone just throw it away.
Big time.
So if you can recycle it and then
Big time.
yeah.
Big time. So I think that's probably I can go into the mentality of it, but those are my two bits of dang good advice. Do it once a year and donate it to the Salvos, which is good. But let's go on to the next part of our conversation, Andy, right?
Ooh, this is
Decluttering. I think this is
interesting.
a this is an interesting one, and I think it's a hot topic for us nowadays. But decluttering your mind, and I want to talk about decluttering your Instagram, your social media, because we were talking about it the other night. But I think a lot of people have to do it. Like for me, I'll give you one example. The other week, I said I'm gonna be off Instagram for one whole week just so I can declutter my mind, just so I can start afresh and not focus on all those kind of things. I wanted to do it, and I feel fantastic because of it. Because I find nowadays you're constantly on it.
Wait, when do you say that though?
That was last week.
That was
Last week.
last week.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
finished now. I'm finished
I
now.
saw you double tapping
I
on a lot
told
of
you-
photos, man.
I
That's
don't know
not
what you're talking
decluttering
about.
if you're on social media, okay? Yeah,
I don't know
if
what
you
you're talking about, man. I started probably a couple of days ago, but I had a week off where I was just like, I'm just declutter. I logged out of Facebook, I logged out of Instagram, just because I just wanted to start afresh. But I think that's a topic there. So decluttering social media, is it a thing, Andy?
it is.
It is.
It is a thing.
Okay. Do you do it yourself?
It is.
Oh, did it? Shout out to the soundboard.
Yeah, just getting addicted to it.
You love
Sorry if I annoy you guys.
He just wants to use all the programs and stuff.
Well, definitely, it is a thing.
Okay.
At least for me.
Yes.
Like, I'm a massive decluttering junkie when it comes to social media.
Ooh.
It's just because I can't stand the post that comes onto social media sometimes. Like, especially those cheeky flex.
Cheeky flex.
I've been guilty of that. Like during
Yeah,
my
we talked about it just
yeah,
before.
during my early days of like I don't care that much. So I will always try to do like cheeky flex. It's like out for
Out for breakfast.
out for breakfast, out
Yeah.
for coffee.
Yeah,
Then
check out
you-
what I'm doing.
then you just have this like stories rolling through, and you have your MacBook set up, and then you have your books there.
Flex.
Yeah,
Stone
it's just
cold
like
with the
hashtag
flex.
bless and stuff.
Hashtag blessed.
Yeah.
Hashtag church clothes.
Yeah.
Hashtag flow.
Yeah, just everything of that.
Does that get sick? Like, so you're saying you used to do that?
Yeah, I
but
used
you
to do-
seen it.
Yeah, I want to give a big slap to my old self. It's like, how could you do that to yourself and like cause so much like pain for other people?
Looking back, if we could have our time back, I'm sure there's a lot of things that we'd like to change.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
I'd like to slap myself in the face for that hairstyle in year 12.
I like to slap you for that as
Yeah.
well.
I think everyone does. It was cool back in the day.
Hey, but well, because of that, we got something to laugh on until right now, man.
So decluttering social media, you do it.
Yeah. What about you, man?
Me, I do. Like I said, I'll probably go through like maybe a week or some period of time where I say, you know what, I don't want to look
No,
at
no, no.
Instagram.
That's not declaring. That's just turning off
That's
social.
okay.
That's turning off
All
social
right,
media.
which
That's
we,
different.
We can go into another topic where is decluttering
Yeah.
unfollowing people.
Well, yes,
Oh.
and also let's just go on to a lighter topic on
Oh,
that.
you want to warm up to it? Okay, we'll warm up to it and we'll come back to that question.
Yeah. How about like declaring your news feed?
My news feed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So what do you mean by that? Like, how do you declutter your news
Well,
feed?
there's ways to say that you can unfollow them or you
Yes.
can mute them for like 30
You
days
mute them.
or
Okay.
until you want to turn it back on
Yes.
Facebook.
Yes.
I think like in Instagram, it's you just unfollow them off the notifications, but
Yes.
you're still following them. So do you do that, or do you just leave your news feed on? Like for instance, like what annoys me the most right now is I've seen, because it's a tough season for everyone. Like I'm not trying to demeaning everyone or whatsoever, but you just get full on when people start doing hard selling on social media.
What do you mean by hard selling?
Like lately there's this like cleaning product that's called like the Norwex cleaning cloth or whatsoever, like kills the germs, like microfiber cloth.
I've never seen that before.
Oh dude, like that's just massive full on, man. I think me and Eddie's like
Someone's marketing to you.
Yeah,
Someone
someone's
wants you to buy
marketing
their
to-
product.
yeah.
Join
yeah.
my pyramid scheme.
Yeah. Well, the term social media, which means like it's for you to social.
Yes.
So if you're here to sell me stuff, of course I'll get turned off and all that.
Yes.
It's different when you want to share the content that we've created versus that, hey, I have this product, buy my product. So I just get tired and get annoyed by all this. And I started like unfollowing people.
Wow. Unfollowing them. It was that bad that you decided to say, I'm going to unfollow you because I don't want to see you on my feed. Wow. Were these friends of yours? Were they, oh, this is confession time now. It's getting real juicy. Were these friends of yours that you decided to unfollow?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
man.
that's big. That's
Yeah.
a big, big call. So would you say that you're quick to the trigger to pull the trigger in the unfollow, but will you follow them again in the right timing?
Okay, the thing is, I am not that impulsive when it comes to unfriending and unfollowing, because I've like if you guys don't know, like my Instagram, it's mainly for me to connect with general public. So It's a pretty much like bare public profile, which I just show what I want to show and keep everything in privacy because of I want to respect my wife's space and my space as a household as well. So in terms of privacy, you get to see what I do basically everywhere because most of my friends are social media users and they just massively tag you wherever you go and all that. Along the way, I have this like thing that they go manually approve tags so that I can choose whether I want to get tagged on or whether I want to put it on my feed. I guess that's where I draw the line. Like the reason why I choose to unfollow people,
Hmm.
aside from that, it's because if I don't talk to you or I don't get in touch with you like for like a maximum of 2 years, then I don't think that you guys are in my season. Although like we might know one another and all that, but I don't
Wow.
think that I'm in a season that's close enough for you to know what I'm doing here.
Wow.
Yeah, so I feel like unfriending them, it's not like being rude.
It's not personal.
It's not personal. Like it's just like okay, for instance, like starting an exhibition here in Adelaide. So
Hmm.
I have friends back in Malaysia that I don't talk for like for 8 or 7 years. Then randomly they saw that, and then they start like asking questions and all that. But because you're living at different areas, and then the cultural context is different, and you just don't know how to respond. Or sometimes they just come up with like just weird jokes or just weird comments that you don't even know how to respond. Should you remove this or should you not?
Yeah.
Like I have one cousin that always gives me the most inappropriate comment.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, that's awkward,
That's
right?
awkward.
Yeah, so I decided to unfollow.
Oh, your cousin, the family member.
Yeah.
So sorry, cousin. I've unfriended you.
Well, I told my parents that I'm not going to accept them on Facebook as well.
So you're saying that you will unfollow someone if you feel like it's just like say time has passed and just not in each other's world. Like life goes on
Yeah.
and it's a bit different now. So that could be friends, that could be family even. You're happy to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I guess it's the same, right? Like correct me if I'm wrong. Like even in outside world, like in reality, when we talk to someone, if we hang out all the time, it's we're close, but there'll be a time that let's say if I have a baby already, then I'll be drawn out a while because I need to make sure that the new family it's like set up. Doesn't mean that we're not friends, but we just don't keep in touch, and like you wouldn't want to know every single thing about my life as well that
So are
time, right?
you
Yeah.
thinking like from their perspective, like I haven't seen them in ages. Why would they be concerned about seeing what's going on in my life? So I'm gonna do them a favor and unfollow them.
50-50.
50-50.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay. I
50-50.
get you.
Yeah, I don't
All
want them
right.
to see what is going on, not because that I'm stingy. It's just like I don't think that
It's not in the interest
yeah,
to see what
yeah,
Andy's
that's
up
what I'm
to.
trying to say. Yes, it's not in their interest to
Okay. All
know
right.
that
Does that apply? So we're talking about Facebook, but does that apply to Instagram as well? Would you do the same with people on your Instagram?
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah. So
I guess they go hand in hand, Facebook
yeah, it
and
goes hand
Instagram.
in hand, man.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily follow anyone that has okay. First, I just want to make clear this. I'm not against anyone that wants to take a photo of what they eat
Yes.
and post
Okay.
it on Instagram
Okay. Yeah.
or whatsoever photo and all that. It's just because mainly because Instagram it's my creative outlet.
Yes.
And when I scroll through the feed, I just want something that keeps me in the craft. So if you look into the people that I follow, it's mainly
Mm,
creatives
mm,
and also some people that I feel like they are really close to me in this season that I want to walk life with them. So
yep.
I want to know what's going on, and that's just it. I think like there are some people that ask me like, "Hey, can I add you on Facebook as friend?" I just bluntly say no.
Oh, you say no,
Yeah,
straight
say no.
up.
Yeah, say
See,
I have
I'm
a
more open with the Facebook. It's like, yeah, for sure. Chuck me a follow. I don't mind at all because for me, I don't feel like that's an intimate connection. Like for me, it's like if I sit down and have a coffee with you and I have a chat, it's like I'm actually taking time to really invest into you, and that there's more intimate. For Facebook, I meet so many people.
how
It's
about
like
Instagram, man?
Instagram. I'm on private. I'm on private, but I I choose to only confirm the people that I know. Because like on Instagram and I guess with Facebook as well, there's just so many different like pages out there that just give you random follows,
Yeah. So
like
why the inconsistency though? Like why Facebook and Instagram?
because I feel like they're different. Like in terms of Instagram, I get so many just random people like I don't know pages or if they're just logarithms or whatever they are, just liking a photo and saying, "Hey, follow my page," things like that. That's just so annoying.
Oh yeah,
Rather than
which you
yeah,
get to a massive following account. Like
yeah.
I think like every single day I have average like 3 to 4
So
people
you
say,
have
"Hey,
them as
let's
well.
collab. Hey, follow
Yeah,
and stuff."
yeah.
It's just annoying, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. So for me, I think that it's just I protect it like that. But like as well, it's like if you're I feel like Facebook, I use it less. So it's less of a snapshot of my life. I'll upload a few things here and there. I definitely don't post like quotes and stuff on my Facebook. I'm not one of those
Uh
keyboard
okay,
warrior.
what what do you think about people posting quotes? Just
uh,
on that topic.
I think it's all right. Like there's a place and time for it. You know, if you want to post political stuff, it's up to you. But I've got nothing wrong with people just posting something funny, something random, things like that. But that's just not my platform. That's not where I'd prefer to say some
Yeah,
things.
I don't
I like
I don't mind people posting that as well. I just
yeah,
don't follow them.
yeah. Well, like so, let's say for example, Peter Dixon, right?
Yeah.
He's hilarious. I love following
Oh
Peter
yeah,
Dixon.
his memes is
Yeah,
like
he's great. I love it, and that's Pete. Like, so I got nothing against it. For me, I just don't do it. Like, I don't know. I just not my platform. I feel like Facebook. I'm like, yeah, sure, chuck me an ad, that kind of thing. But Facebook and Instagram, yeah, it's just different. Hey,
yeah, yeah. I think like Gills is so being protected of his like Instagram until to the extent that even his close people that follows him, he doesn't give people a chance to reply on his
yeah,
stories,
I,
man.
I don't know what that is. Honestly, like Annie came to me the other day and said, Gills, I can't reply to your stories. And I'm like, I don't know how, because other people will reply to I think it's just a technical issue with me. I'm not the most tech savvy person, Andy. You know that. So that might be a technical issue.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like yeah, he's just not. Oh well.
So
I
let's go back to decluttering, all right? So you are happy to unfriend people on Facebook and Instagram.
feels like this like a grilling session towards me asking me like
No, all
ah.
right. Time for you to grill me and pick me apart, right? So, all right, decluttering your mind because social media, your Instagram feed and stuff, it's what's on people's minds and stuff. I very rarely unfollow people. It has to be something drastic for me to unfollow
So
people.
what's the line for you to unfollow
The
people?
line. Okay, so I'll say this: if it's just a general page, say I don't know, Bleacher Report or something general, I'm happy to unfollow them. If they're just, if I'm like putting up some crap content, I'm just like, yeah, I'm happy to unfollow them because they're not a person. But if they're an individual, I will unfollow them if they're posting some stuff that's pretty savage. Like it's like, man, that's just wrong. I'll unfollow them. I haven't had to do that yet. But like, if someone's posting something inappropriate, I'll definitely unfollow them. It's like I don't need to see that. Why would I want to see that? It's a waste of my time and you're just wasting my my mental space.
Even if
But
it's your close friends?
it
Do you have a talk with them first if
so
it's your close
if
friend?
it's my close friends, most of the time, they're not my close friends if they're posting inappropriate things. My close friends won't post those inappropriate things.
No.
So I'll say I have unfriended people before, right? I
Ooh.
have only a select few, but it was only at the end of relationships or some kind of relationship because I needed a brain break from that and I needed to be able to separate myself so I can stand on my own 2 feet, as you could say, right? Like so that you can reset your mind. So I would unfollow people, but I'd follow them
So you
again later on.
unfollow your ex-girlfriends?
Yes, you could
Or
say that.
rather,
Yeah.
does your ex-girlfriends unfollow you?
Oh, you want to hear a hot topic? I this is a hot topic. All right. Okay. I'm happy to unfollow because for me it's kind of like just like having that space where I can okay, I don't need to think about it. I just need my space to rethink. But then I've had other parties still continue to follow me. So I've like, you know what I mean? Like it's different, but their mentality is probably different. For me, it's like, why would I want to see what the other party's doing? And like, why would I want to parade what I'm doing? You know what I mean? Like, because I do life not depending on that person there. And I'm doing life not because I want to try make that person jealous or I want to try show them that I'm doing all right by myself. I want to do myself, do me. So for me, that's the only time I've ever unfollowed someone when I've ended some kind of relationship. And you know what? The relationship could have ended good, but still, I had to have that time where I can just declutter, right? Declutter or reset my mind, refresh my mind so that I can stand strong and walk into the new season.
Yeah, I guess that's fair enough. Like It's just like having some space, you
Yeah,
just don't get caught up on like the thoughts and all that. Yeah,
totally.
nothing wrong with
So
that.
what do you think? Do you think that's a that's a good way to go about things? To unfollow that person and then later down the track follow them?
Uh, it depends. Like if you cross path again, yes, social media has helped so many people like draw close the distance, but
Yes.
it also at the same time creates more gap. Just
Yes.
because like I'm your friend on Facebook doesn't mean that I'm real friends with you. Like there are people that add me on Facebook that I know as acquaintance, and some of them just thought that hey, we are buddies already, man. It's like nah, like it's
Mm,
different, man. Like me allowing you to be in my social circle and seeing all this is just me opening up the doors for you to get to know more about me.
mm.
But it still take effort for one another to talk and then hang out
Yeah.
and then just get to know each other's like mindset, get the
So
wavelengths
you're
right.
you're talking in the context of friendships, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
acquaintances and stuff. But what about in the context of people being in relationships and people unfollowing each other because of that?
well, I'm still friends with my ex.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Being a
But
married
was
guy,
you're a married guy with
yeah,
a producer watching. Our producer's right here. So you're telling and Addie, our producer, is nodding her head. She's like, mm-mm. Oh no. Oh, you're gonna be in trouble, man. You can sleep on the couch later, man. That's that look there. So you broke up with your exes and you kept on following them.
She broke up with me.
She broke up with you.
Yeah,
And but you didn't, you decide to say, all right, I'm gonna have a break on social media and following her.
yeah. So, um,
This is a hot topic.
yeah,
This is good.
it is, man. Like, I feel like I can't lie or I have to tell
Yeah.
the truth.
Be honest. Be honest.
Yeah. So the truth is like, there's just one ex that I'm still friends with.
Okay.
So, any other one, I think I already unfollow them
Okay.
just because it's not relevant anymore. Um, this particular one.
Oh, this is a hot topic. Let's
Name
go.
shall not be mentioned
Okay.
just to give privacy for
Let's
everyone.
say Miss Anonymous.
Yeah, Miss Anonymous. So I was about to propose to her.
Wow, that is heavy.
Yeah, we were close, we were running tight and all that.
Wow.
And like just like I think 3 days before I dropped down my knees and went to meet her parents and all that, there was this breakup that happened.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And you still chose to keep following on Instagram.
And not on Instagram,
Yeah.
like but
Yes.
on like Facebook. Like we're
Yes.
still friends even right until right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like initially I was doing it out of spite. It's like, oh man, like you lost something good, man.
Yeah.
I just want to show you like what you said. I just want
Yeah.
to show you that I'm living such a good life right
That I'm
now.
good.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
look at
good,
me.
man.
Like, look at my wardrobe. Look at my food. Yeah.
Yeah, look at everything, man. All the
Totally.
flexes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So it started off as that.
yeah. Start
Yeah.
off as
Okay.
that, and I think eventually I talk to her from time to time. I just get to know her more, like anything, and I realized that there are things that I don't see when I was dating her in terms of like knowing her as a friend and all that. It just I can sense that it's just like there's insecurities between both of us during pre and post
Mm,
relationship and all that. And even right now, I'm in a relationship, I'm married and all that. I still see that she's going through that. So I just feel like it's a good reminder for me to not just how to say ditch a relationship that it's there, because I feel like sometimes it works. Like if even if you are not a couple, but you can still be friends. So like from time to time we just catch up and just like talk a bit and just
wow.
check on life and all that.
Wow.
It's just
But there's a friendship there.
yeah, but on prior we are like really good friends.
Yes.
And it was just like I got through a breakup, then she was there, then it was like we start it's complicated.
Yeah, it sounds
The more
complicated.
that I
Yeah.
say, the more that I feel I'm digging a grave to myself.
Oh,
but-
you know what? Hey, this is good. Good podcasting right now. This is fun. This is dang good advice. Episode 2. Hey, come on, soundboard. Dang good advice. Wow.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think like the reason why I still kept her on like my friend list and all that, because I just feel that we are still friends, man. Like from time to time we still talk, we still banter and all that, and I appreciate that kind
Wow.
of gesture.
You know, to be honest, I'd go about it in a very different way. For me, like I was saying, it's easier for me to say declutter as such and say, all right, I'm gonna close out all those things so I can focus on myself. And it sounds selfish, but for me, it's so that I'm able to stand on my own 2 feet because I feel like if there's a relationship that's there, there's a lot of emotional ties that you have. And then, or there's so many different things that will spark those emotions again. when you've spent like say years or months or whatever it is seeing someone or dating someone, and then you've finished it, and because you know it's not the right thing to go ahead, some little things will spark those emotions again. You could have something like in the home that's the other partners or something. It's like, oh, oh, I miss that, because I find that you'll miss more of the companionship, and you'd miss that, you'd miss the goodnight message or whatever it is. And then so these things, there's emotions that will spark it up that will make you want to go back into that, but you know that it's not right. So for me, like say for example, looking at what that person's going doing on the day, or like, or it's those seeing what's happening in that person's life will spark those emotions again. So for me, it's like I'd rather separate myself from that. So then when I do see whatever's happening in that person's life or day, or when I do have those things around the house, it's not going to spark those emotions, but it's going to be like, I understand that it didn't work out in that season. So that's fine. Now I don't have that emotional like connection now. So there's a time where I'll be like, okay, you can enter back into my world now because I don't have those emotional ties anymore.
Yeah.
That's how I'd go about it.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. So
Yeah.
what I oh, sorry.
Dang good
I just
advice.
I
This is
just
some
I just
dang good
yeah, I just
podcasting.
knock on something. Yeah. So I do agree with that because like whatever happened on that, it was just I would say it was just like a coincidence or whatsoever. Like, I was like doing it out of spite that at the end of the day it's like, nah,
Mm.
I just don't want to hate her anymore.
Yep.
That kind of feeling.
Yep.
And once I got past that, it's like,
Wow.
I always think like, is she still relevant if like we were to talk and all that? I
Mm.
just feel that there are some points that I still want to, how to say, salvage not the relationship but the
The
friendship there.
friendship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I appreciate that. Like, she was really a helpful friend
Yep.
during my uni days and all that.
Yep.
Like, she really helped me pull through my whole uni life.
Wow.
So yeah, shout out to her.
Yep.
Miss
Miss
Anonymous.
Anonymous,
Miss Anonymous.
you go all right.
I guess at the end of the day, it's a good breakup because both of us didn't want things that was the same, and that's how I got to meet my wife.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out to our producer,
So-
the best producer in all of the land.
Amen. Yeah. So it all works out fine, man, because I found someone that wants to walk the life that I want to walk
Yep.
together, and we have this
It
same
worked
way.
out
Like,
well.
yeah, and I think like she is engaged right now. Like, yeah,
Wow.
she's getting into like marriage soon.
Yep.
So I'm happy for her. Like,
Yeah.
seeing that she finally like found someone that can go on like walk life with
That's
her.
awesome.
That
So she's gone on and she's got like her partner now, and
Yeah.
she's wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's a rare thing. Like, I wouldn't advise anyone to do it if you're going through a breakup and all that because like
I guess it's different though. You have two types of people that need to, as we could say, the topic is declutter,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So some people are happy to, all right, unfollow, and I'm going to get myself right. I'm going to get my mentality right. Some people are happy to, keep it going because it's not really
True.
emotionally taxing for them.
For me, I'm more like, like I say, I'm the straightforward guy. If I don't like you, I'll unfollow you because it's a waste of my time and
Yes.
energy. So wherever people that it's like still inside the list and all that, there are reasons why they are there. If you can't find time to catch up with so many people and all that, like being there on the friend list doesn't amount to anything if you're not like putting an effort. That's why I feel. That's why I
Mm,
feel like if I unfriend you, it's just not because of my fault as well, but because like that person did not make effort to keep in touch with me. So why are we on each other's friend
wow.
list?
That's actually a massive statement because for me, right, I've got people on my friends list that I've been friends with in high school, but we're in different seasons now.
Yeah.
So like it's completely like I used to see my mates every single day in high school. We used to band together, and we live different lifestyles now. Like one of them's living in Canada, he's married. One of them's living in Sydney, he's married. He came down. We don't talk like hardly ever. But when we do catch up, it's like we're back in high school. So even though it's a different season of life, I've still got them as a friend.
Yeah, but it's like back in high school, but it's
It's high school.
that
So would you
sometimes
say that then that there is in the firing range for you to say, okay, like you're an unfriend?
I'll be glad to go on to a high school reunion, but
Yes.
it's
Wow.
just different, man. Like,
So
yeah.
you'd say because like these are my close friends. These were you have acquaintances in high school and stuff, and like
Oh yeah,
it's great.
definitely. I have
Yeah.
like a few like high school close friends that
Yeah.
I still have on my Facebook as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So regardless of what season, I feel like I'm not gonna remove them
Yeah.
because I feel like those people meant a lot to me
Yeah.
during that time. And even though like our seasons are different, you they still play some they are the ones that form who I am today.
Yes.
So they are the ones that walk through the path of the journey. So I
Yes.
wouldn't like discredit them.
I
Oh,
see. I still even have, right. I have people on my friends list that I used to go out drinking all the time and just partying with. Right. So I'm a very different person now. Last time I was out in a pub, I was like 21 years old. I'm 31. Now. So like, but I still have those people on my friends list because I feel like there's just no harm in having them in my friends list. Like it's just them. If they want, they can keep tabs on my life, but if not, it's all good. Like, I don't care if you're not watching what I post and different things. And so much so, like we talked about episode 1. I'm a young adults pastor, and I'm very unashamed of it. Like I'm happy to post godly things on my feed and things like that. So if people don't like it, like it's fine. You can just scroll right past it. So like even for me, right? Like there's still my friends list, and if like they upload whatever it is, it's like yeah, if it's not in my life, I'll just scroll past it. It's not annoying me or anything like that.
it's just too much hassle for me,
Yeah.
man.
So
Like,
Andy, I think we've
yeah,
like gone into a lot of things and it's been really good.
yeah.
I do have 10 minutes left before I need to go to my next appointment.
Yeah. So,
How would you
okay.
summarize everything that we've been talking about?
What did we say just now? Okay. This is what happens when you go to a long conversation and you
Oh
try to
man, it got
recall back.
deep. It got deep.
It
This is a
got
very
deep,
good
man.
topic.
Like, I did some confessions that I'm not proud of. Hopefully, I will survive tonight. So,
Yeah.
all right. So we talk about um how do you declutter your household in general, wardrobe in particular,
Yes.
and also we talk about like decluttering your social media. Agree
Yes.
to disagree, or
Yes.
agree or not
Yes.
agree or
Agree to
disagree.
disagree. When in
Agree or
Rome. Yeah.
disagree. Not agree to disagree.
When in
Agree.
Rome. Yeah.
I'm cooked, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we end and all that, how about yeah? So what's your advice
My
on
advice.
decluttering your
Okay.
social media
On decluttering my social
or
media.
anyone's social media? Like for
Okay.
instance, like if you're tired of like the feed and all that, or you just want to give
Okay.
yourself a clear perspective.
Great.
What is the method for you to declutter?
Great question. I actually put some pointers down in terms of decluttering, but I guess it's different contexts. Hey, like I was putting down some notes for decluttering, say like your workplace or decluttering your cabinet and stuff. But I think social media, you kind of approach it similarly but different, right? So, number one, dang good advice that I could give you for decluttering your social media is understand your non-compromises, right? If there's anything that is posting what goes against who you are and what you stand for, and that actually is offensive to you, that's for me. That's you can pull the trigger on that, right? So for me, like I will pull the trigger if someone's posting something super sexual. Like that's just for me. It's like I don't need to see that. Like, why do you have to present that on like and I guess there's different lines to that, but when I know it's like, that's just too much, I'll unfollow that. And that's I guess that rule applies for people, for individuals, but also different organizations and stuff. You have like, different pages and stuff that post that. It's like that's just disgusting. I don't need to see that. So know your non-compromises. Number two, know your emotional state, right? So I guess that was me talking about, I've unfollowed people because of ending relationships and stuff, knowing exactly where I am. And for me, my opinion is there's nothing wrong with unfollowing or muting someone for a period of time until you know that you're 100% good. So when you interact with them next, if it's in face to face or like on social media, it's not going to affect you. And it's not going to say, in the context of a relationship, it's not going to pull you back into those emotional feelings and different things because you already know that you've already gone there. So know your emotional state. Number three, I would say that it's it's general one, but it's okay to do it, right? Just know that it's okay to have those emotional or social media declutters. So it ties in with number two and know your emotional state. So, know if it's a 1 week, like just cleanse as such, where you just switch it off. I know so many people that do it. It's okay to do it because we want to refresh our minds. And so know that it's okay and know that social media is just one aspect of life nowadays. There's so many ways to live life. I guess some people try live it out through the social media and portray their life through social media. That's just one avenue. And some people even portray a false way of living on social media. It's not your everything. So know that it's okay and know that there's life past social media. So those are my 3 points. Those are my 3 dang good advice points. I hope it's get dang good advice for everyone out there,
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah.
So what about you, my friend? What is 3 points that you can give people? What is three dang good advice points that you can give to people out
All
there
right.
for
Three
decluttering your
dang
social
good
medias?
advice. Well, so my advice is be realistic. So be realistic in the sense of you need to understand when it comes to social media, it's just as equal as your real life.
Yes.
So I like what you point out on point number 3, where you talk about like it's okay to cut out or just unfriend people on social media. You might not agree with me, but social media is just a tool for you to expand your social circle, for people to want to know you more, or for you to keep in touch and to update people. It's not your livelihood. Like there are influencers that live on that, and that's their job. So you need to be able to understand that when it's a job versus it's a part of your social life. So that's two different things, man. Like I live off social media because that's part of my job. I need to do my contents there. I have followers there on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and right now on the podcast channel. So pretty much my life revolves around it. That's why the things that I do here, it's I take a deeper look on it. But if you are just someone that is a casual user and all that, don't get just don't get affected by like numbers of likes, or who do you follow, who do you unfollow. Like if you unfollow someone, you offend someone and all that. It's the truth is it's just numbers, man. And
It's
these
dang good
numbers,
advice.
yeah,
Hey.
yeah, and these numbers, right, is just toxic, man. I say like that's why like even Instagram right now they don't show you how many likes do you have and all that,
That's right.
because it becomes disorder. I would say like yeah, people start comparing. It's, oh, I post this, then I don't have enough likes. That's why I try a more like sexual post or more provocative post to just stir things up so that people will like my post even more and all that. And it has become a sickness in the society. So I'm happy that you know what, social media companies like Facebook especially, they are doing a good thing in trying to minimize all this so that people don't compare, because comparison kills, man. I've seen so many young adults
Mm.
that I've known of get depressed just because people unfollow them.
Wow.
And I feel like whatever you do in your own craft and all that, these numbers doesn't reflect how good you are or how awesome you are,
Dang
man.
good advice.
Yeah. So my take is that's why I would unfriend and unfollow people and all that, because I just feel like this is a reflect to my social circle. If I'm not going to talk to you for the next 5 years, and I know that we are not going to cross path and all that, there's no need for me to like buzz you up to tell you that hey, I'm going out to eat tonight with my wife, doing something here, and I'm going to this gathering with my other mates. Sorry, you're not invited because like you're just not around. People don't need to get offended. People don't need to know. And I think this is just a choice. So yeah, that's
Dang good advice.
that's a damn good advice,
That's
man.
some dang good advice.
Yeah,
Is that your final words to close this episode?
yeah.
That's good. That's some
I'm still
dang
think.
good
Yeah, we're
advice.
still thinking of like how do we close it, but I guess that works.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I love it.
So yeah, I love
And
it as well, man. Like so, hope everyone today, the listeners out there, got some like dang good
some
advice.
dang good advice.
Yep. So wherever you're listening to, if you like our podcast, subscribe,
Hit the subscribe
hit the
button,
subscribe
peeps. We got
button,
some cool
follow,
things coming up.
like, and all that. Check on our social media
Have we
profiles.
got a Instagram?
We haven't got our Instagram yet.
We got a Facebook?
We don't have Facebook.
Hey, you know
So,
what?
okay.
Speaking of social media, we should probably have some of those things. Hey,
Yeah, I'll probably start a Twitter account.
hey, Twitter. Okay,
Yeah, I will
I'm all
start.
for that.
Yeah, I will start a Twitter and I will start Instagram as well. So,
Wow,
so just give me some time to
powerful.
work on it, and then I'll upload it in the
Come
links
on,
description down below. And then if you guys know of some people that likes the content, just share them away. We are available on Spotify
Spotify.
and Apple Podcasts as
Come
well.
on, hit us up. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah,
Talk
send us
soon.
an email at dangoodadvice at theandrewteo.com, just because we don't have any special domain at this moment. Everything that you need is down the description below. And
Perfect.
it's always good to be here with you,
Hey, it's always
chatting.
good fun.
Yep. So until next
Be
time, man.
real. All right, love you, peeps. Ciao.
Ciao.